Every evening when I was young, I would peer up at the glowing orb hanging in the night sky and ponder over how it must feel to be the moon. A silent, emotionless rock suspended in the darkness, far removed from all life. Why does the moon shine? Does anyone know what lies on its surface? How much of an impact does it have on our world? These questions, which seemed so important at the time, stayed with me even into adulthood. Now I'm very glad they did. Because the more I learn about our celestial companion, the more fascinated I become with this mysterious space body. The moon is the Earth's only natural satellite, and it has been with us since the dawn of our solar system, some 4.5 billion years ago. It's as much a part of our planet as our continents, oceans, and atmosphere, influencing everything from the tides to our very behavior. But exactly how much influence does the moon have over us humans? Well, let's take a look at a few aspects of the moon that may just surprise you. Part 2. How the moon affects the Earth. The moon's gravitational pull is one of the most significant factors affecting our planet. This force keeps it locked in its orbit around the Earth, and is responsible for the tides we see in our oceans. As the moon rotates around the Earth every 27 days, its gravity pulls on the water in our oceans, causing them to bulge out towards the moon. This bulge forms 2 high tides each day, roughly every 12 hours and 25 minutes. The moon's gravitational influence also causes slight variations in the Earth's crust, leading to earthquakes. These moonquakes occur due to the tidal flexing of the Earth's crust caused by the gravitational force exerted by the moon. On average, there are about 100 moonquakes every year, although most of these events are too weak to be felt. However, occasionally, these moonquakes can reach a magnitude of 5 or higher on the Richter scale, which is enough to cause noticeable shaking in some areas. Part 3. How the moon affects plants. While the moon's influence on plant growth is often debated, recent studies suggest that it might play a bigger role than previously thought. Research indicates that lunar cycles could affect various plant processes such as photosynthesis, respiration, and transpiration. Plants growing under moonlight conditions exhibit changes in their physiological processes compared to those grown under sunlight. During full moon periods, plants tend to grow faster and produce more biomass. For instance, experiments have shown that certain plants like tomatoes and cucumbers bear more fruits during the full moon phase. Additionally, the shape and size of leaves seem to be influenced by the moon, with some studies suggesting that leaves exposed to moonlight develop unique shapes and sizes different from those grown solely under sunlight. Interestingly, the gravitational pull of the moon seems to impact the distribution of minerals within plants. It's observed that during the full moon, potassium accumulates in greater quantities in the leaves, whereas magnesium levels increase in the stems. Furthermore, the moon's phases might also affect the quality of fruits and vegetables. Some reports indicate that crops harvested during the full moon phase contain higher sugar levels, potentially making them taste sweeter. Part 4. How the moon affects animals. The moon's effect on animals is most evident in creatures tied to the Earth's tides, such as coral reefs and certain fish species. Corals release their eggs and sperm during the new and full moon phases, likely triggered by the increased light intensity during these times. Some nocturnal animals, like owls and nocturnal bullfrogs, display altered behavior during the full moon. They become more active, possibly due to the increased visibility and prey activity. Even the mating calls of bullfrogs change in response to moonlight. In some cases, the brightness of the moon affects the animal's mating success. For example, female katydid crickets prefer the company of males that call during brighter moonlight, possibly because these males attract more predators. Also, the amount of light from the moon influences the emergence of nocturnal insects like the red-spotted purple butterfly, which time their emergence to coincide with the brightest period after the full moon. This adaptation helps them avoid daytime predators while they're still developing their wings and other crucial structures. Part 5. How the moon affects human beings. Humans, like many other living things, are also affected by the moon's phases and gravitational pull. One of the most well-known impacts of the moon on humans is its influence on sleep patterns. Research suggests that the brightness of the moon can affect the quality and duration of sleep. With individuals experiencing more fragmented sleep during full moon nights, the gravitational pull of the moon might also affect blood flow and blood pressure. Some studies show that during the full moon phase there is an increase in emergency room visits and psychiatric hospital admissions. However, it's important to note that the evidence for these effects is not conclusive, and more research is needed to fully understand any potential links between lunar cycles and human behavior. Now, we will talk about how the moon affects love relationships. In astrology and mythology, the moon plays a crucial role in shaping human emotions and relationships. Different moon signs are believed to have distinct characteristics and influence how people behave and interact. For example, those born under the influence of the moon are said to be highly sensitive, intuitive, and emotional. The moon's position in the zodiac sign at the time of a person's birth is thought to shape their personality, emotions, and how they relate to others. According to astrology, the moon's phases can also impact romantic relationships. The waxing and waning phases of the moon are often seen as a reflection of the growth and change in relationships. For instance, the new moon phase is considered a time for new beginnings and setting intentions, making it an ideal time to start dating or rekindle a dying relationship. The full moon phase, on the other hand, brings heightened emotions and can intensify feelings of love and passion, but also potential conflicts and arguments. As the moon wanes, relationships may settle down and introspection becomes more important. Some astrologers even believe that the specific lunar cycle at the time of a significant event, such as meeting someone special, can influence the nature of the relationship. For example, a couple who first meet during a full moon might experience a passionate but intense romance, while those who connect during a new moon phase could have a more grounded and stable partnership. Part 7. How the moon affects pregnancy. Interestingly, the moon's influence extends even to the realm of pregnancy. Some believe that the timing of conception in relation to the lunar cycle can affect the gender of the baby. According to this belief, conceiving during certain moon phases increases the likelihood of having a boy or a girl. For example, the theory goes that conceiving during the full moon phase is more likely to result in a girl, while conceiving during the new moon or the crescent moon phase is more likely to result in a boy. While there is no scientific evidence to support these claims, it's a fascinating aspect of lunar lore that has been passed down through generations. Part 8. How the moon affects mental health. The moon's influence on human psychology is another intriguing area of study. Some researchers believe that the lunar cycle affects mental health conditions like bipolar disorder, causing symptoms to worsen during the full moon. However, findings from a large study involving nearly 26,000 patients with bipolar disorder over 29 years found no significant link between the moon phases and symptom exacerbation. Despite this, anecdotal evidence and personal experiences suggest that some individuals do experience heightened symptoms during the full moon. Moreover, the moon's brightness and phases can influence mood and well-being in healthy individuals, with some studies indicating lower levels of positive emotions and increased feelings of depression during the full moon. However, other research suggests that the moon's influence on mental health is negligible. Part 9. How the moon affects criminals. The moon's potential impact on human behavior is evident in the realm of crime. Some studies suggest that there is a correlation between the full moon and an increase in criminal activity. Research conducted in the United States and Australia found that major crimes like assaults and robberies peak during the full moon phase. Similarly, a study in Taiwan revealed that violent crimes rise during the full moon, while property crimes decrease. In contrast, a study in England and Wales found no significant link between the moon phases and crime rates. Nonetheless, the moon's gravitational pull and brightness continue to fascinate those investigating its potential influence on human behavior. Part 10. The future of moon research. As we continue to explore the moon's mysteries, upcoming missions hold great promise for unraveling its secrets. NASA's Artemis program aims to establish a sustainable presence on the moon by 2028. With plans to send astronauts back to the lunar surface and conduct extensive research, the Chinese Lunar Exploration Program, or CHANGE, has its own ambitious plans, including a mission to bring back lunar samples as early as 2030. By studying the moon's composition and history, scientists hope to gain insights into the formation of the Earth and other rocky planets. Understanding the moon's influence on our planet is crucial for predicting tides, earthquakes, and other natural phenomena. As we delve deeper into the moon's mysteries, we can expect exciting discoveries that will continue to captivate humanity's fascination with this celestial companion. We hope you enjoyed learning about the moon's fascinating influence on our world. If you want to stay updated on our latest videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your support means everything to us, and we can't wait to share more incredible discoveries with you. Until next time, keep looking up at the moon and all the wonders it holds.